Hi, it's John here from See You on the Start Line podcast. I'm the event coordinator and race director for CJM'S events, and this podcast is to give everyone an update on what's happening at CJM'S events each week. It's been great seeing the number of plays that we're getting for See You on the Start Line, and we're getting over 14,000 plays per week across all their Facebook pages, which is fantastic. So please share this across any social media channels you may be on. The more that see this, the better, and hopefully from there we can probably pick up some sponsors which support the events, which can keep costs down for yourselves for those events. So if you are interested around any sponsorships whatsoever, just get in touch for a chat. Coming up today, we have a new running event coming up, which we will talk about that later. Ride the Rakaia, Canterbury Half Marathon, ultra marathon updates, and update on Wear Your Heart on Your Sleeve. First up, Ride the Rakaia. Coming up quickly, we have Saturday, 26th of October. That's Labour weekend. That's Saturday week. So entries for this close this Sunday. So make sure you get your entries in, as this is a race that isn't to be missed. It is a fast ride. It's up the north bank of the Rakaia River. Seen some amazing countryside with dairy farms all around, where probably 40 years ago it looked a bit more like rabbit farming would be the trend. Now it's green grass with cows everywhere. Still great riding going all up through that, and there's not really a rabbit in sight. Then you whip through the Rakaia Gorge, down into the gorge, and then we climb on the way up to get out of the gorge up to Mount Hutt Station. Then it's down the south bank of the river, finishing outside the Rakaia Domain. The ride down the south bank is through some of the most fertile land in New Zealand, with cropping farms all the way through. So you got one side up through all the dairy farms, and then on the southern side, with all the nor'westers that blow all the dirt and everything across into the farms. It's very fertile, and it's just amazing cropping farms. So you don't really see a whole lot of fences when you come down that Rakaia Barhill Methven Road. So recapping, the race starts at the Mead Community Hall. It's about 3 kilometres up from the overhead bridge, the Rakaia overhead bridge. Then it's through the Rakaia Gorge, where we'll find out who's going to be the king and the queen of the gorge. The finish line outside the Rakaia Domain. So there's prize money, 500 for first, 200 second, 100 third. That's for both male and female, first, second and third. And it's $100 for the king and $100 for the queen of the gorge. So from there, recapping or coming up, we have the Canterbury Half Marathon. That's in Pegasus Town. It's on the Sunday the 8th of December. We've got the half marathon, where you can do the half marathon run, you can do the half marathon walk, and you can do the hybrid. Now the hybrid is for people who aren't really up to running the whole event. They could run a bit, walk a bit, run a bit. So it gives people an opportunity that may want to walk but would like to do a bit of running as well. So that's what the hybrid's all about. So there's three events within the half marathon. You've got the run, you've got the walk, and you've got the hybrid. Then there's the 9K. The 9K is for a run and walk, and we have a kids dash, which is 2.5K for the kids. That's a good one. It's around the lake as they do. But this year we're actually going to be finishing as we come across Bob's Bridge into a finishing chute. It's a new course. It's eliminated any trail running that we had. A bit of a trail for about 1 kilometre each lap, so that was 3K of that. And we had a grass section at the end, where now it's all going to be on tar seal. So currently we have about 400 people registered for the event, and it looks like we're going to reach capacity of around about 1,000 runners on the day. So if you're really keen on doing this event, you need to get your entries in now. The race is on Sunday the 8th of December. Entries will close on Sunday the 1st of December. If not sold out before then. So make sure you get your entries in. Enter at canterburyhalfmarathon.co.nz, and we look to see you on the start line for the Canterbury Half Marathon. Wear Your Heart on Your Sleeve. This is our run or walk 31Ks in the 31 days of October. Wearing a heart on your sleeve for the Heart Foundation of New Zealand. This is through Run NZ Run. I've been doing it with Charlie, my 17-month-old cavoodle, and we've actually walked 45k so far, from the first to now. So he's pretty pleased with himself, and he'll probably at the end of on this average, he might end up doing 90k's. It's a fair few k for the wee guy. But yeah, he's always looking forward to his walk in the morning and walk in the afternoon. It keeps me fit and well as well, and gets me out there and raising some funds for the Heart Foundation as well. So there's 4 ways you can raise funds. You can register with all Run NZ Run events. That's registration is free. You can purchase a pair of Wear Your Heart on Your Sleeve sleeves for $19.95. You can purchase the Wear Your Heart on Your Sleeve medal for $24.95. You can make a donation to the Heart Foundation when you register, and you can also become a fundraiser and collect donations and sponsorship for doing the event. All the donations and all the funds that you raise go directly through to the Heart Foundation as well. So this all helps every little bit. So please put your heart on your sleeve and do 31k's in the 31 days of October. Ultra marathons coming up. We've got 3 ultra marathons next year. That's 2025. It's not the new event that we're talking about. It's not going to be an ultra, but you may need some trail shoes for it. So now's the time to really make the commitment to any events if you're training for it for 2025. No better way than basically making the commitment and entering. As soon as you enter, you've got to tell people you're doing it. You're telling people you're doing it. You've made the commitment. You're in. So we've got 3 ultra marathons in 2025. We've got the Aotearoa Ultra Marathon on Saturday, the 11th of January. That's at Banks Peninsula. The run starts at Little River. We have the 101k starts at Little River. We have the 53k that starts at Pigeon Bay, and the 15k which starts at Gebbies Pass, all finishing at the Hallsville Quarry. The South Island Ultra Marathon, to enter the Aotearoa Ultra, you enter at aotearoaultra.co.nz, and entries for that close at the end of December. So make sure you make that commitment and get into it. So on the 10th of May, we have the South Island Ultra Marathon. Now that's on the West Coast Wilderness Trail, and it starts, the 100k starts in Greymouth, the 54k starts at Old Christchurch Road, 24k starts at Hans Bay at Lake Canary, and we have 6k starting at Canary Township. Now, all of these runs all finish at the beachfront at Hokitika. It's a spectacular day, and there's some great videos to have a look at across the Facebook pages from previous years. It's just stunning scenery, and it's an event that you really, really don't want to miss. And the record for that, for the 100k's, is 7 hours 44. So that's one really to have a good look at. Then in June, we've got the 14th of June, the Bridge to Bridge Ultra Marathon. This is on the north bank of the Waimakariri River. We've got 60k's, which is the Ultra Marathon. Then we actually have a 30k run, a 15k run, and a 5k run. That all of these all finish on Raven Key in Kaiapoi, and so you finish in the town of Kaiapoi after coming down through the north bank of it. The stop bank runs itself right round into Kaiapoi, so it's actually really, really good running for that. It's a lot harder than what you think because it's actually all downhill all the way. And then to make it real special, if you're really, really keen, you can come back on the Sunday and you can do the Bridge to Bridge North mountain bike race, and you can race the 60k's, the 30k, and the 15k. Don't laugh about it. We had 2 or 3 people last year do both, back it up both days. So that is another one to put down for you. That's the 14th of June. So the ultra marathons are 11th of January, Aotearoa Ultra Marathon, South Island Ultra Marathon on the 10th of May. To register for the South Island one is siultra.co.nz, and we've got Bridge to Bridge Ultra on the 14th of June, and that's bridge2bridgeultra.co.nz to register for that. Now this new event, it's coming up. We can tell you the date. The date is going to be Saturday the 8th of March. I can't say a lot more about it. The details, they will be all announced on Friday. We're just waiting for a couple of things to get checked off and a few images to get right on the website and Facebook pages. Entries, we'll get the email on that out to everybody on Friday morning. Entries will open at 6 p.m. on Sunday. That'll be the early bird entry, and there's no limitation on the early bird entries. If it sells out on the early bird entries, it sells out. We've got might be a bit of a hint. We've got a concession in, and we're just waiting for the confirmation numbers on that. So we're probably on the selling that at a lower number, but that may be the number that we end up on the first year with anyway. What I can say, it's a fantastic run. One that I did probably about 20 to 30 years ago. I used to do it 2 or 3 times. It was pretty good training. It was great training for Ironman when I was doing that. I did various parts of it, both running and mountain biking. The start is only 80 minutes away from central Christchurch, and it is spectacular. So the inaugural event, you'll want to say you were there. It's the sort of stuff you tell your grandchildren or great-grandkids about. Say, I did that when I was such and such. So they'll probably look at you dumbfounded. So stay close to your emails on Friday with the details that will be out, and we might give a little bit more information away about it leading up to that as well. So the email that went out earlier today would actually put a bit of a spelling quest, but like a hangman probably, with a couple of letters in it to what the website could be. So if you want to work that out in between times. But yeah, we're looking forward to announcing that really on Friday. The announcement will be, and entries opening on the 6th of, at 6 p.m. on Sunday, and the date for the event is Saturday the 8th of March. Now remember, when entering, we recommend that you purchase the withdrawal insurance, which gives you 96 hours before the event, up to 96 hours before the event, which you can pull out, no questions asked, and your funds get refunded. You should grab a memorabilia t-shirt from the event that you're entering. These are just $39.95. We've held our prices back on these, trying to make sure that I know people are going through tough times, so we've been able to hold those prices. So they're $39.95 for those t-shirts. So basically sign up also to promote events. This actually, you can raise funds for your sports club, scouts, schools, or even yourself. So you click on the promote events, you then get a specific code, you send it to all the people on Facebook or social media, or email that link to everybody, tell them to enter. When they enter, you get 10%, would get paid directly to the account for your sports club, scouts, school, or even yourself. So if you ever want to check out any of our dates of our events, just make sure you go to CJM'S.events.co.nz, or you can email me at john@CJM'sEvents.co.nz, or text or call me on 027 226 7769. Until next time, we'll see you on the start line. That will be Ride the Ricard as the next start line. Okay, see you all later. Cheers.